Hey, why, human beings, but football fans, of course. Good afternoon, or is it good morning, or is it good evening around the world, wherever you're watching. From your host, your guy himself, DLG Reppin. Look, excuse someone. Here we go. For those of you that don't know who I am, yeah, there's my subscribe button at the bottom there. Delhi London Gooner, Romeo Echo, Papa, Indigo November. Alright, let's get down to the serious stuff, and there's nowhere else to start but the Super League talk again. Now, according to what I've read here, the government will take whatever necessary action to stop plans for the European Super League. Yeah. The same government who shit on the poor people. The same government who increased the cost of living. The same government that want your council tax. Yeah. Now, all of a sudden, they want to do whatever they can, along with other governments, to stop the European Super League coming into existence. Well, it feels like it's going to happen, and I don't want to believe it's going to happen. I believe football is just carrying as normal, but, you know, I understand they say money walks, bullshit talks, but for me, you have become, well, you've become hypocrites in this. You have become complete hypocrites. What about Jack Walker's millions into Blackburn Rovers? Or what about the millions that Chelsea pumped into, Roman Abramovich pumped into Chelsea? Or you don't want to look at Sheikh Mansour's involvement with Man City? Or how what about going back to 1992 when the Premier League was first formed? Sky outbidding terrestrial TV to show live games only on Sky to watch your favourite football team. Yeah, you hypocrites. You should keep your mouth shut, personally. Let me read on from here. No action off the table over Super League number 10. The government will take whatever action necessary, including legislative options to stop plans for a European Super League, number 10 says. Well, they say they'll take legislative options to stop the plans for the European Super League. Well, it's possibly too late now. Now that you're acting, you have to wait for something in this country. You wait for something to happen before you react. Instead of assessing situations, then working on it before acting. Typical. Anyway, following the PM's meeting with the FA and the Premier League officials and fans representatives, Downing Street said no action is off the table. The 12 funding members of the league face a fierce backlash after unveiling proposals for a breakaway tournament. One of these, Real Madrid, insisted they are doing it to save football. That's the words coming from Florentino Perez. Well, he's a disgrace. Absolute abhorrent thing for you to say, Mr. Perez. All you care about is your bank balance. But again, maybe from years gone by, football supporters should have united 3 decades ago, possibly 3 decades ago, if this was the intent. Maybe not as far as 3 decades ago, maybe as far as 15 years ago, if this was the intention of the Abramoviches or the Cronkies, but mainly, and this is not a discrimination thing, maybe the American owners, such as Gillette, or whatever his name is, the guy at Liverpool, Kroenke, the Glaziers, Joe Lewis at Tottenham, maybe they are the ones that have signed for this. They're the ones that have pushed for this reality to happen. And that will mean you're not only prizing the fans away from football, you're taking something away from the fans. The love, the passion, the dedication, etc. It was the fans in this country, with the greatest respect to you guys, it was the fans in this country that created the beautiful sport. It was made in this very country called England. I don't know which part of England, but it was made in England. It was created by England. And what happens? The rich have come over and stolen it. You know? Now, in the past, I may have had a problem with Abramovich pumping his money into Chelsea to give them that unfair advantage of buying the top players, world-class players, paying the going rate. But now, it's gone from the Roman Abramovich era to this. And for the likes of Arsenal, Manchester United and Liverpool, and what Gary Neville said there was clearly true. We should be punished if we are if we have signed for this agreement. We should be punished. Our titles should be taken off us. Our trophy should be taken off us, and it should go to Fulham. It should go to West Ham, Brighton, Burnley, Newcastle United. It should go to Leicester. It should go to those teams who are considered small, but they're not small in their squads. Leicester City, for example, not small. West Ham are not small in terms of their squad size. They're big teams. Maybe not dubbed as big clubs, but they're big teams. And they must feel ultimately violated. Fucking disrespected. That is a fucking kick in the teeth, if ever I've seen it. This situation has got to change. And for number 10 to come out with the statement, and for Florentino Perez to come out with a statement, it is to save football. It's to save. It is to save whatever you want to make. It's the only thing you're saving is the money for yourselves. You lying fucking cunts. Greedy fucking cunts, should I say. Anyway, folks, if you think I'm being overreactionary and harsh, leave it in the drop it in the comment section below. Your opinions, your response, etc., etc. Smash the thumbs up like button and the share button for me. Make sure this video goes out to your friends and your relatives. And I ask you all not to forget to subscribe to DLG Reppin. Smash that subscribe button, left, right, and centre, galore, please. Abundantly and passionately. I want that subscribe button smashed, yeah? Anyway, moving on to the next bit of news. This is coming from Perez himself. ESL created to save football, Perez. ESL is created to save whatever money you can make, Perez. It's created for the likes of you, wealthy owner, who does not give a fuck about the fans. It's created for you guys to actually put an extinction between yourself and the fans. The bigger clubs are moving far away from the smaller clubs. The gap is that bigger as it is. And if you are talking about saving football, then you're a prick. You are a prick. Arrogant fucking prick. And let me tell you something, yeah? Who's to say this situation won't create an extinction amongst the fans, where football fans will just go into extinction because they can't afford to be going China, Australia, America, Canada to watch their teams play. I can't afford that. And God knows if I'll ever become a renegade financially, but I won't be able to keep going because there's more important things to life than football. Let's get it real. Let's get this matter real here. Anyway, I'm going to read here. I'm going to read this article. The European Super League was created to save football, says Real Madrid president Florentino Perez. Oh, I wish someone punched that cunt in the fucking face for those words alone. Real are one of the 12 European clubs who have signed up to the Breakaway League and intend to establish a new midweek competition. Perez said the move had been made because young people are no longer interested in football. Excuse me? I don't know, where the fuck do you get this from? Anyway, because of a lot of poor quality games. That's because young people want to support the bigger teams. Young kids want to support the bigger clubs. That does not mean they're not interested in the game. Now, I'll tell you something. If he didn't need a smack in the face, he need more than a smack in the face. Whenever there is change, there are always people who oppose it, he said. This is change for the worse. But then again, he's an ignorant cunt. He will not understand the game. I don't think he knows anything about football. He's just a wealthy billionaire who's made his money elsewhere and decides to choose the words he wants to express about young people not caring about football. Try and go into a grassroots game yourself, Mr. Perez, and fucking saying that to the parents who have children who passionately care about playing football and as well as watching it. You fucking delinquent cunt. You're a despicable prick. Fucking wanker. That has disgusted me. I'm going to read those comments again here. Perez said the move had been made because young people are no longer interested in football because of a lot of poor quality games. Real Madrid, Barcelona, and to an extent Atletico Madrid, they're the three that have always challenged for the title. But don't you fucking come out and say that young people don't care. Do you remember Valencia, Deportivo La Coruña, and to name a couple of more clubs outside Real Madrid and Barcelona winning Premier La Liga? Do you remember that? You're a cunt who's only come into the beautiful sport since the last fucking 2, maybe 3 years. You've only got to know about it a little bit for the last 2 or 3 years. You don't know fuck all about the sport. Just shut your fucking mouth, Perez. Anyway, enough of that rant. I'm going to go through Tuesday's gossip column. Wow, here's one from Athletic subscription required. Arsenal legend Patrick Vieira is on the list of managers being considered by Crystal Palace if 73-year-old Roy Hodgson leaves at the end of his contract in the summer. The Frenchman has been out of work since leaving Nice in December. Patrick Vieira linked with the Crystal Palace post now. Wow. Tottenham have identified Red Bull Leipzig's 33-year-old German manager Julian Nagelsmann as the man they want to succeed Jose Mourinho, who was sacked on Monday. Former Spurs boss Mourinho was against the club re-signing 33-year-old Wales forward Gareth Bale on loan from Real Madrid in September. I think the rumour and the talk is meant to be due to the fact that he had a bust up with the club board member being Daniel Levy, due to the fact that he refused to take training. So that caused a commotion there. And that story seems more truthful than what I've just read about a moment ago. Tottenham looking at Julian Nagelsmann. I'll tell you what, he would be a very good appointment if Tottenham can convince him to come over to the club, convince him to manage the club. But maybe Nagelsmann may be holding that for a bigger job with the greatest. Not that inside, I don't care if I've just said that, but on the outside, because of the situation that has just occurred on Sunday evening, I won't really have too much digs at Tottenham. But again, if Nagelsmann doesn't fill the Tottenham job, then, you know, he's entitled to turn it down. I'm not saying that he's turned it down. We don't know what's been said, because I don't think he's come out and had a say on this situation. But we shall see how it goes on. Crystal Palace are the latest club to show interest in Arsenal and England midfielder Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Leeds United and French club Monaco are also monitoring the 23-year-old who has been on loan at West Bromwich Albion since January. This is according to the Mirror. I wonder if Smithers has got hold of this. I don't know where, and I would love to know where Smithers, meaning John Cross, has got this story from. Half of the stuff that he comes up with is fucking bollocks, if the truth be told. I wonder where he gets hold of this. I mean, our midfield's not the best at the moment. I'll tell you something, yeah? Without Willock and Maitland-Niles, I'll tell you this for free. They're both better than El Nani and Ceballos. You know, although Ceballos has had 3 good games, I don't think he's quite the answer from a consistent point of view. I think Maitland-Niles in his midfield position and with Joe Willock, I think they give us energy and they give us energy and an attacking instance already. You can see what Joe Willock's doing at Newcastle. He's enjoying himself. He's got 3 goals and yeah, he's happy. Excuse me. Oh, God. Excuse me, better out than in, they say. Anyway. Right. Liverpool are interested in Aston Villa and England striker Ollie Watkins, who became the Midlands club record signing 8 months ago when he joined from Brentford for £28 million. That's nearly 30 million on a Championship striker turned into a proven Premier League striker. And according to the Football Insider, it states that Liverpool are interested in him. Well, is that because the Firmino, Salah and Mane partnership won't work out next season? And is Klopp thinking about next season already? Well, he's had his say about the ESL, and he's not for it. Like most football people, fans, ex-players, management, we're all uniting against it in our voices, but we need to show it in our actions when we actually meet up at a place or certain places and unite against this bullshit. Right, West Ham United lead the race to sign Youssef El Nesri from Sevilla. Despite Liverpool and Manchester United being linked with the 23-year-old Moroccan forward. El Nesri, I've heard some good things about him. He's been spoken highly of, and it's obvious that Sevilla rate him so highly, and he's an integral part of their team and future. And he's a Moroccan international, so he's an important part of their national team as well. This has come from La Razón in Spanish. Everton have started talks with Seamus Coleman about a coaching role when his playing days come to an end. The 32-year-old Republic of Ireland right-back's deal runs until June 2022. This is a story coming from the article Liverpool Echo. Here's one for you Chelsea fans here. Chelsea's interest in Bayern Munich defender Nicolas Soule has intensified, with Blues boss Thomas Tuchel prioritising the 25-year-old Germany centre-back signing. I think that's a priority there for him to get a signing like Soule. Is there someone at the back that he doesn't rate? That'll be an interesting signing if it comes off. But if Chelsea want a player, they can get him, and a number of players. Maybe he's the longer term solution to Thiago Silva, who is not getting any younger. He's in his mid-30s, so I wouldn't expect him to give Chelsea no more than 2 years service. I'm going to read a couple more here. Bayern Munich are determined to sign Rennes and France under-21 midfielder Eduardo Camavinga, who has also interests of Real Madrid. Yeah, this 18-year-old prodigy, Eduardo Camavinga, midfielder, French under-21 international, and he's highly spoken about, and his name's come up in the transfer gossip a number of times. And I've read it. I've called out his name more than several times, maybe more than a dozen times now. And this is a report from France Football, written by someone from France Football, should I say? Right. Relegation threatened Championship side Sheffield Wednesday have put all contract talks on the back burner. I wonder what they mean by that. This is from the Sheffield Star here. Well, I think until the season's done, I don't think they'll be talking about contract talks or talking about contract situations. I think that Sheffield Wednesday need to get the season done, and then when the season's up and over, they can sit down with a number of their senior players, their young players, I believe they have, and then discuss the contracts and decide who will be part of their plans in the future and who will be out of the door. Anyway, right, my video's done. This is the end of my video, so I'd like to say, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, I do apologise for my rant, but I felt it was necessarily needed to come out. Otherwise, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and joining in. If you're joining in, then thank you so much. And always, without forgetting or failing, thank you for putting up with me. With the exception of my French. Smash the thumbs up like button. Do share this channel all over the world, especially to your friends and your relatives. I'm calling out you guys to do just that for me. Do me a favour and leave your response, your comment, your opinions, views in the comment section below. Flood it out. And do subscribe to DLG Reppin, as I said earlier. Smash that subscribe button for me. And the more you subscribe to this channel, the more shout outs I can do. And if you help me by doing just that, alone, I'll help you by bringing you the latest football content and keeping it 100% factual. I'll be back later on this evening, hopefully, and all I can say is have a nice day, be good to yourself, be good to others, stay safe, and just remember, if we can unite as football fans, we can make sure this ugly situation, this ugly reality does not come into football ever. Other than that, peace again, love again, and bless again. Do enjoy yourselves. Be nice.